aces and deuces make big hits. But when you turn up an 8, it's really the pits on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Dan. All those 8s are the pits. Hello there. Welcome to Card Shark. Nice to have you here. Thank you. You're very kind. And thank you for joining us at home, as always. Nice opening call. Rosemary Holthofer of Cincinnati, Ohio sent it in, watching us on WLWT Channel 5. Thank you, Rosemary. As time ran out at our last show, we crowned a new champion. He's going to go for the big money right now. Let's bring him out and wish him well. Bradley Witt. Hello, Bradley. Good. Thank you. Before we get to the business at hand, why don't you again give us a little reminder about Bradley Witt?
Well, I'm a native Californian. I was studying to be a pastor at Biola College, and presently I'm into women's swimwear. I represent a women's swimwear manufacturer in Southern California.
How does a would-be pastor wind up being into women's swimwear?
I don't know, but it wasn't a bad move.
No. Nice to have you back here with us, Bradley. Of course, you have $200 for winning the game, and now we go for the big money. You cut the money cards before we went on the air.
Yes, I did.
Good luck to you. Let's open up the board and get to the money cards right now. How about there, Bradley? This is what it's all about, a crack at the big money. As Janice and Lois start dealing them out, Bradley, we're going to give you $200 of new money on the bottom line and 3 cards to bet as you will. Move up to the second level. We add another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Your minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet where you must risk at least half the money. Good luck, Bradley.
All right, thanks a lot.
And here's $200.
Thank you.
You can change that base card on each level if you need to, and maybe you won't need to. Let's give them good cards, Lois. Oh, a 7.
All right, I'd like to see a new card, please.
Can't say as I blame you. Near the middle, the 7. Oh, and 9, right on the other side of the 8. Well, you're going to play that one, Bradley.
$50 that it will be lower. $50 lower.
That this card is lower. It is very much lower.
All of it higher.
$250. Higher than a 3. Yes, with a king.
All right. All of it lower. All of it lower.
That he did.
All right.
$1,000. And the jack goes up, we give you the other $200. Bradley, you have $1,200 already. Do you want that jack?
I want to bet $200 that it'll be lower.
You're going to play the jack. And $200 lower than the jack. It is a 2.
All right. All of it higher.
All or nothing for $2,800. Higher.
All right.
Once again, a good card.
$2,800 lower. All of it lower.
Oh, we've seen 1 king, 1 queen. A lot of big cards out. I hope you're right. He's a gambler for all of it. Lower than a queen.
Yes!
$5,600 and we move up the 5. What are you going to do? You want that 5?
I'll change the card.
And a big change. You've got a lot of money there for the big bet. Bradley will play a king.
All right. All of it lower.
Double or nothing. For over $10,000, is this card lower than a king? Yes! $11,200. Way to go. Nicely done. Thank you. Way to go. What a gambler. Listen, thank you, Lord. Yeah, you got a lot of help, but you played him well. Listen, we'll stay right here because I'm afraid to try to move with this man. We'll be back with a new challenger right after this. Great job. We are back with our champion, Bradley Witt. Way to go.
Thank you very much.
Very happy for it.
Thanks.
Okay, Bradley, Janice deals out 2 brand new decks of cards, and here comes a new challenger on Card Sharks. Diana Lee. Hello, Diana. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Won't you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, my name is Diana Lee. I'm from Rialto, California. I'm a native Californian. I'm a graduate of the University of California, Riverside in theater arts. And right now I'm a professional seamstress.
A professional seamstress?
Yes.
You making suits or dresses?
All kinds of clothes.
Sounds like you'd like to do something in theater, though, if you had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, we wish you well with that, and of course, we wish you well here. 2 native Californians.
All right.
Must be the only 2 in the state.
We know where it's at.
Diana, you cut the cards?
Yes, I did.
Here we go. Starting the best 2 out of 3, we start with a question to Bradley, the champion. Bradley, we found 100 women business executives. These women are all vice presidents of corporations, and we asked them, do you belong to a club that excludes men? How many women business executives do belong to a club that does not allow men?
There's not really a lot. I don't think there's a lot of clubs that are just for women. I've heard of Rotary and Lions and stuff like that. But I think it would be low because there aren't that many. And I think it would probably be around maybe 18.
18 out of 100 women executives belong to a club exclusively for women.
Even with women's lib and anymore, there aren't clubs solely for men or solely for women. I think there are still a few. So I think that might be a little higher. Just a
little higher than that?
Yeah.
If it's higher, you'll play your cards, Diana. If not, Bradley will play his. Not too much agreement with you there. Higher, Diana. The actual number of women business executives who belong to a club that excludes men is 26. But Diana is right. It is higher. You may have been all alone, but she was right. And starts off the game with a jack.
Okay, I want to keep that card and I want to go lower.
Playing the jack lower. Yes, a 5.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it higher.
Higher than a 5.
Oh,
No, she is not higher. Bradley gets a free chance to play a 10.
Okay, we'll go with the odds and go lower.
Lower than a 10. Yes, a 5 as well.
All right, we'll go higher with the 5.
Higher than the 5. This time it is an ace.
Lower with the ace.
Lower than the ace, a 9.
And I'll freeze right there.
And now we move over the freeze bar, and it's going a long way. Bradley needs 1 card for the first game of the match. Diana, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever told a woman you wanted her forever and ever, and you really wanted her just for one night? Yeah, well, you were mouthing the words, huh? How many bachelors said they told a woman they wanted her forever when they really wanted her for one night?
I think a lot of bachelors do use that line. I have never gotten that line because I just...
How come you were mouthing the words before I said it?
My friend has gotten that line. So I think that's going to be a relatively high number, about 60.
60 out of 100 bachelors have said, I want you forever. But it was really for one night, Bradley.
I used to know a lot of bachelors. In fact, I was a bachelor. Clean, of course. A fine, upstanding young man that I am. But the ones that I knew weren't that fine and upstanding, and I think that number is going to be just a little higher.
Even higher than the 60?
Yes, a little higher than 60.
The actual number of bachelors who've told a woman they wanted her forever when they really wanted her for one night is 43. It's not higher. Diana.
Okay.
Frankly, I think it's a little higher than I thought it was going to be. I thought they'd be a little more honest than that. Diana, you've got a jack.
Okay, I'm going to try that once again, and I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a jack. Yes, a 2.
Okay, that's great. I want to go higher with that.
Higher than a 2, a 7.
Freeze.
Now, as Diana does a little catching up, question 3 to you, Bradley.
Okay.
Bradley, we asked 100 people, should taxpayers who do not have kids in school get a break on their taxes? How many people said taxpayers who don't have kids in school should get a break on their taxes?
I don't know. There's a lot of taxes out there, and they use the same facilities that I use or that you use, and I honestly feel that they should have to pay the same amount of taxes that we do because they probably had kids.
But how many feel they should get a break?
How many feel they should get a break? I think maybe 48.
48 out of 100. Diana?
I think that's going to be a little higher because people want to get a break on anything they can. So if they don't have kids, I think they should...
Well, we did not ask just the people who did not have kids. The question was of 100 people. Should taxpayers get that break if they don't have kids? He said 48.
Well, I still think that's going to be a little higher because they're going to want that for everybody.
You say higher.
Just a little break, yeah.
The actual number of people who said taxpayers who don't have kids in school, 58. It is even higher. Diana is right. Diana, you've got a 7.
I want to change that card.
Changing the 7 to a queen.
Oh, good card. Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 4.
Oh, higher. I want to go higher.
For the first game of the match, is it higher? Yes. Diana wins game 1. Game 1 with a challenger who did some fast catching up there. So we'll set up for game 2 as Janice deals out the same 2 decks of cards with the next ones off the top of the deck. Now the champion's got to do some catching up. Diana?
Yes.
We asked 100 psychiatrists. Generally speaking, do people today care too much about looking young? How many psychiatrists said people today do care too much about looking young?
I think that's really a problem with a lot of people, that the culture is so much younger now. It's the younger people that are doing everything, that is going to be a problem. So I think psychiatrists feel that a lot of people care too much about that. That's going to be a high number, about 54.
54 out of 100 psychiatrists said yes, people do care too much.
I think some of my parents' friends, which is the only way I can really relate to that question, they kind of wish they were younger. I think that's just kind of a thing that we're born with. We don't like to get old. We don't like to face it. So I think that number is going to be a little higher.
You say higher?
Right.
The actual number of psychiatrists who said people today care too much about looking young is 86.
Right.
Wow, very much higher.
See the card.
Now Bradley needs this game and starts off with an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace, a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4, a 7.
We'll just freeze right there.
And again, it's the champion who gets off to the good start. Bradley? Bradley, we asked 100 millionaires. Have you ever bought a woman a mink coat? How many millionaires have bought a woman a mink coat?
Gosh. Millionaires have all the money in the world, to me. $1 million is a lot of money.
They have most
if I had
of
$1
it.
million, I would buy my wife a coat, and she's a woman, so I would say they'd have to buy their wife or girlfriend or
Glad we clarified that, Bradley. That's always good.
whatever. I think it'd be 85.
85 out of 100 millionaires have bought a woman a mink coat, Diana.
I think that's still going to be even higher because with the money, what else do you do with it? That
say higher.
It'll be a little higher, yeah.
Do you have anybody here with you in the audience?
Yeah.
Who is it?
My boyfriend.
Oh, your boyfriend, because I heard a male voice say, no, don't go higher. That may have been him. Let's find out if he's right or not. Bradley says 85, Diana says higher. The actual number of millionaires who've bought a woman a mink coat is 61. It is not higher, Bradley.
Hey, can we change the card, please?
Well, if that was your boyfriend out there, you're in trouble, Diana. And the 7 becomes a queen.
All right, lower.
Lower than the queen of 2.
Higher.
To tie up the match. Higher, yes. Bradley ties it up. 2 questions, a good run, and we have a tie. So it comes down to the wire as again we set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here, and we start the tiebreaker with a question to you, Diana.
Okay.
Diana, we surveyed 100 prison inmates. These are all men who are currently serving time in San Quentin prison. And we asked them, did you tell your lawyer you were innocent when you were really guilty? How many inmates lied and told their lawyer they were innocent?
Well, in all of the movies I see about lawyers and everything, the lawyer always comes up and says, you've got to be honest with me whether you're innocent or not, and no matter what, I will get you off.
How many said they lied?
But I still think a lot of them are going to have lied and say, hey, I didn't do it. And so I think that's going to be about 68.
68 out of 100 inmates admitted they lied to their lawyer.
That's a good number. I think I've watched the same movies she has. They always say that, tell me the truth or I can't get you off. I think it's going to be, I'm going to go lower, just on instincts.
Just a little lower.
Yeah, just a little lower.
The actual number of inmates who lied and told their lawyer they were innocent is 47.
All
Your
right.
instinct is right, Bradley. It is lower. Bradley starts off the tiebreaker with an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. A 2.
Higher.
Higher for the win.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes, for the champion. Wow. Well, he turned over a couple of goodies against you, Diana. You played very well. He had to turn over good ones. Thank you. You've got $100, some nice party gifts. Thank you, Diana. Diana Lee. Bradley, come on down here. Way to go.
Thank you very much.
Bradley went up to $11,600. We'll go for a lot more right after this commercial break. Great comeback. 3 in a row.